Hello students, welcome to the online classes. This class is for BSc students, subject Physics, third semester, Mangalore University, and the chapter is Interference. In this session, we will discuss the determination of wavelength of monochromatic light using biprism. ಬೈಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಾನೋಕ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಲೈಟ್ ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Here, the figure represents the experimental arrangement to determine the wavelength of monochromatic light. The experimental arrangement consisting of a narrow vertical slit of adjustable width which is mounted on optical bench at one end. It is illuminated by monochromatic source of light. Here, on the optical bench at the one end, place a narrow vertical slit of adjustable width that should be illuminated by monochromatic source of light. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅದರ ಒನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಒನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ that should be illuminated by monochromatic source of light. Then the biprism. So this is the biprism. Biprism is mounted close to the slit with its refracting edge parallel to the slit and facing to it. So next biprism na slit ಗೆ very close ಆಗಿ place ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Biprism ದು refracting edge slit ಗೆ parallel ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು and that should be facing to the slit. Now adjust the position of the biprism by moving until two equally bright images of the slit are seen through the naked eye. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬೈಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ನ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಟೂ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಕೆಡ್ ಐಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಆ ತರ ನಾವು ಬೈಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಟೂ equally bright images of the slit are nothing but they are the coherent sources. Those coherent sources from the interference fringe system. So ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಏನು ಟೂ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ coherent sources. ಆ coherent sources interference fringe system ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Then at the other end of the optical bench at some distance from the biprism a micrometer eyepiece is mounted and it is focused to the fringe system. So next, other end of the optical bench, biprism in the at some distance, we have to mount the eyepiece. Eyepiece na mount ಮಾಡಿ ಆ eyepiece na fringe system ಗೆ focus ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And then we can determine the fringe width beta by finding the width of known number of fringes. So here to determine the fringe width, we cannot measure the width of the single fringe directly. Instead of that, we select some known number of fringes. For example, we select some 20 number of fringes and then we measure the width of 20 fringes and divide the width of the 20 fringes by 20 to get the width of the single fringe. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು fringe width ನ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಫ್ರಿಂಜ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ 20 ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಿಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ 20 ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಿಂಜ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ 20 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ width of the single fringe, that is the fringe width. Next, at the same time, the distance between the source and the screen D is noted. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿ ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now we will discuss the determination of the distance between the virtual sources. ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Since the two coherent sources produced by biprism are virtual, we cannot measure the distance between them directly. Biprism ಏನು ಎರಡು coherent sources ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಎರಡು coherent sources ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. To find the distance d between the coherent sources, displacement method or shift method used. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆರ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. In this shift method, a convex lens is placed in between the biprism and the eyepiece. That is, between the eyepiece and the biprism, we place the convex lens. The distance between the source and the eyepiece must be greater than 4 times the focal length of the convex lens. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬೈಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಐಪೀಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ we place a convex lens. Now, by moving the lens between the biprism and eyepiece on the optical bench, we find the two positions L1 and L2 for which real image of S1 and S2 are seen in the field view of the eyepiece. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬೈಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಐಪೀಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು and we have to find out the two positions L1 and L2. ಸೊ L1 ಮತ್ತೆ L2 ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we see the real image of the virtual sources S1 and S2 in the field view of the eyepiece. Let D1 D2 be the distance between pair of images in case of two positions L1 and L2 respectively. That means when the lens is at the position L1, D1 is the distance between the real images of the virtual sources S1 and S2. At that position, the distance between the lens and the source is U, and the distance between the lens and eyepiece is V. And similarly, when the lens is at the position L2, the distance between the real image of the virtual sources S1 and S2 is D2. At this position, the distance between the source and lens is V, and the distance between the lens and eyepiece is U. If V is the actual distance between the virtual sources S1 and S2, then by using magnification formula, we can obtain the relation between D and D1 and D2 in terms of U and V. When the lens is at the position L1, then by magnification formula, we have D1 by D is equal to V by U. When the lens is at the position L2, then by magnification formula we have D2 by D is equal to U by V. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ we can obtain the relation between D1 and D2. ಲೆನ್ಸ್ L1 ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we have D1 by D is equal to V by U. ಅದೇ ತರ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ L2 ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ then we have D2 by D is equal to U by V. Now by combining these two equations we get D1 by D is equal to D by D2, and on further simplification, that is by cross multiplication, we have D square is equal to D1 into D2. By taking the square root on both sides, we get D is equal to square root of D1 into D2. Now we determine the fringe width beta, and then we determine the distance between the virtual sources D, and we measure the distance between the source and the screen capital D. Then the wavelength of monochromatic light that can be calculated using the relation lambda is equal to beta D by D. So ನಾವು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ beta measure ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ distance between the virtual sources small d measure ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, distance between the source and the screen capital D measure ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಮೂರನ್ನು measure ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ wavelength of the monochromatic light ನ ನಾವು lambda is equal to beta D by D formula use ಮಾಡಿ we can calculate. So this is about the determination of the wavelength of monochromatic light using Fresnel biprism. In this class, we discussed about the determination of the wavelength of monochromatic light using Fresnel biprism. Thank you.